Now from the home of the Angels for nearly a half-century, there's a look at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Ought to be a good one here between the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Matt Shoemaker gets the starting nod for the Halos. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
Jeff Decker heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 68.
And a swing and a miss, so a first pitch strike as we're underway here this evening.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Now a swing and a miss on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. With that, here's Bob Melvin's lineup for the visiting Oakland A's. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, I think what they need is a little bit more consistency from the middle of that order. They need production with runners in scoring position.
Striding into the box, Jed Lowry. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl is a well-liked umpire all around baseball by both pitchers and hitters. The reason for that, he's consistent, and his zone is kind of what you hope for.
Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2.
Yeah, still a little late with that swing. He's got to get going a little sooner.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He pulls this one into right. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And you can tell that out there on the mound, he's definitely thinking about back-to-back strikeouts here to start off this ball game. He gets it to 2 strikes on the number 2 hitter, but then he can't come up with that put-away pitch, and he winds up serving up a 1-out single.
Stepping in now, Ryan Healy. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the way the Angels match up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, for me, the best defensive shortstop in the game, Andrelton Simmons. You watch him go to the hole and make throws, cover ground. Simmons is so athletic. He makes the difficult plays look routine.
Chris Davis set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he falls behind 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Espinoza onto the grass. And that's the third out. 1 hit, 1 left. A's 0. Angels coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Number 55, a lefty from Indiana, is on the mound here. EK, what do you got?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
Bottom of the first straight ahead as Yunel Escobar steps in to get him started.
And leading off for the Halos, third baseman, Yunel Escobar.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. Well, a moment now to take a look at the starting 9 for Mike Scioscia's Angels. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, you get multiple runners on base, so you don't have to have the long ball in order to hang a crooked number on them. You need to avoid the double plays when they do get guys on.
Stepping in, Cole Calhoun, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. 2 different pitches, both taken on the inside corner, and now they can go just about anywhere they want.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And with that, let's look at how Oakland aligns defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Matty. Trevor Plouffe has really come into his own. He's a guy that can play both in the infield and the outfield, but really he thrives at the hot corner. He's got quick reactions, soft hands, just really makes it look easy out there.
Mike Trout gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. You'd have to say, so far, so good here for the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting ahead. He's mixing his pitches. You'd like to put up a 0 to get that first inning out of the way, and he's close to making that happen.
Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. Swing and a liner, but foul. And another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
I don't think there are too many guys in this lineup that could have laid off that 0-2 pitch. That's a real tough take.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Angels are gone in order. After 1, no score. Stephen Vogt will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second.
Stephen Vogt.
Shoemaker looks in. First pitch on its way. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Batting sixth, first baseman number 17.
Well, let's check the grip on that last split-fingered pitch. You can see how wide his fingers get across the top of the baseball, and that's what gives it the backspin needed to be effective.
Here's Yonder Alonso, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a ball hit foul off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. Taken in by Simmons. Tough throw to first. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now.
Well, this is just a nice play right here, ranging up the middle. You can see that he doesn't try to rush things here. He just gathers it, steadies himself just for a brief second to square himself up, and then makes a good throw on target to get his man.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Albert Pujols strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Outside and low, 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat, because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone, and the count comes full at 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You know, sometimes you just give up. You get to the point after so many pitches that you don't want to walk them, so you end up throwing them a fastball right down the middle. But any guy with a bat in his hands can be dangerous in that spot, so he wins the battle.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Jeffrey Marte is at the plate here as he quickly... No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1
Nobody
strike.
out, runner on first. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Now, he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. Something else.
In now is Andrelton Simmons, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
1-0.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Here it comes on 1-1. In there, 1-2 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. Hot shot to third. Kloof has it. Lowry on to Alonso. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. 2 complete. Still scoreless here on the show. Matt Joyce is into the box as we are all set to begin the third. Shoemaker steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Tapper right back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Standing in now, Adam Rosales, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And it's quickly 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
That's a good job here of getting out in front of this ball. This is raked right down the line, and you'll see this thing just bounce right over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered much because he was going to get 2 anyway.
Into the box now, Jeff Decker, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Third inning, no score to this point. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
And if you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Here's Jed Lowry now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Crowd on the run. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We've played 2.5. No score on the show. Danny Espinoza digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Danny Espinoza.
Into the windup and the pitch. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And he misses low with it, 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter's going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Liner towards second. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. The throw into second. But it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Batting 8th, Left
Wow.
fielder.
And how he
Cameron
managed with
Maybin.
that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Cameron Maybin will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. No one out with a runner at second. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
On the ground to third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
You know, usually I'm going to jump on the hitters when they fail to move runners over, but hey, look, that pitcher, he did a good job. I mean, he knows what they're trying to do, so he makes it as tough as possible to hit the ball to the right side. That's using your head out there.
Martin Maldonado comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. One-0 count. Here it is. Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0. Three and 0 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Man, a little surprising they didn't challenge him there. You know, there are certain guys you just have to earn their way aboard. This isn't exactly the most dangerous guy in the lineup, so he'll be happy to take the walk.
Yunel Escobar is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Right to.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you've still got one more guy to get through here in the inning, but now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Cole Calhoun is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More from Anaheim right after this. Ryan Healy is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Now a check swing here and a little looper. Simmons is under it to put it away, and it's a quick one pitch out to begin the fourth.
Yeah, you can see he tried to hold back, but he'd gone too far already, so this becomes a simple little pop-out.
Here's Chris Davis now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
The tag, and he's out at second base. He probably should have stayed right where he was.
Catcher, Stephen Vogt.
Stephen Vogt is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Maben is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. One hit in the inning, but no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Mike Trout ready to settle in here to start the Angels half of the inning. Matt Vasgersian joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons with you in this one. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. On the move is Trout from first. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And now the runner's trying for third. Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Normally, when you see a guy steal third base, it's because he got a nice walking lead. Really got out there nice and far. But here, he had almost no lead whatsoever when he made his break. Very fortunate to get away with that one.
Outside, 3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producers swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Boy, and right here, just a ground ball is going to get you a run. And more than that, it gets you the lead in this game. So you've got to find a way to put that ball in play.
And he's able to lay off there for ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
Number 19.
Jeffrey Marte comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
And this is a big-time strikeout situation right here. So they're going to be shooting for the same result, no doubt about it.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Called strike 0-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
On the ground to the left side. Blue fields it cleanly. The second for 1. On the first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score from third.
Wow, you know, it looked like they might have had a big inning brewing here with first and third to start things out. They do get a run home here, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what they had in mind.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back to Angel Stadium right after this. Leading off the inning, Yonder Alonso, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Shoemaker's ready. Here he comes, 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
Oh, high. Deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Yonder Alonso with a solo home run. And the A's are back to even now. It's 1 apiece.
And as a pitcher, when your guys aren't scoring any runs for you, it makes things awfully difficult out there for you. I mean, he's held them off for as long as he could, but now with one swing, this is a completely different ballgame.
Trevor Plouffe will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Squared that one up just a little late. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, after you've just given up a home run to tie the ball game, you can't afford to have a letdown out there. And he made sure he didn't. He came back with an important strikeout, and he got the next guy.
Here's Matt Joyce now. Out in front of it, strike 1. Line toward the gap in left center, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
In now, Adam Rosales. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. To 2-2 now.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Down the third baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Espinosa's up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But the A's come back to even things up thanks to this solo home run. Middle of the night from the Big A, all even at 1 apiece. Danny Espinoza comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Baseman, Danny Espinoza.
First pitch on its way. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Oh, well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Joyce moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 9, Cameron Maben.
Cameron Maben stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh height. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. That'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
Settling in now, Martin Maldonado. He drew a walk his first time up. Pitch out, nothing doing. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now a snap throw to first, but the runner's back easily. Three and 0 now. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
And no doubt about this one, it's in there, 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
And this is lined right back up the middle. And that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Yunel Escobar will stand in again. He lined out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time up. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Up top, it's 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in. You're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. Lowry's got it. Rosales on to Alonso. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More from Anaheim right after this. Jeff Decker will stand in to start things for Oakland in their half of the sixth.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Shoemaker gets the sign. 1-0 on its way. 1-0 pitch is a splitter in there. 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. High in the air out to center field. There to take it is Trout, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Jed Lowry will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Calhoun has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Chopped weakly to the left. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Chris Davis will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Maben retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. 1 left for Oakland. Score remains tied 1-1. Cole Calhoun will get us started here for the Angels with the excitement waiting on deck in the form of Mike Trout.
Cole Calhoun.
And that's in there for strike 1. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2.
Now, you can't take any more pitches like that. You don't like it, you got to at least try and fight it off.
Fooled him there, and a little pop-up to the right side. There to take it is Alonso, 1 away.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Mike Trout steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You know, when I watch Mike Trout and I see the speed and the power, it reminds me of Mickey Mantle. And whatever you do, don't give him something down in the zone to hit. He loves the ball down.
Line drive to center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
A couple of hard-hit balls here to start the inning. The first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a one-out single.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Ryan Dull will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already one out in the inning. Albert Pujols will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. A dive, but he's back. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Pitch out. Nothing doing. And the pitch on 2-1. Oh, right down Main Street with that one. 2-2.
And you wonder if maybe he was taken there because he thought his runner was going to be moving from first.
And the runner will get back standing. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the right. Throw gets him. 2 down.
First baseman
Jeffrey Marte will stand in looking to turn things around. He struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start.
Nope, not doing much to help the cause so far, guys, but there's still some ball game left.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and it gives the Angels a 3-1 lead.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now is absolutely livid. He knows that he threw way too hittable of a pitch in the situation when he's ahead in the count like that. He should be mad at himself.
Shortstop.
In now is Andrelton Simmons as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. That last home run traveling an estimated 412 feet. And he'll look at a fastball here that's right down Catella. It's 0-2.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the look.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. But the Angels get 2, both on this 2-run home run. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Halos. Back here at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. The Angels are out on top in this one as we get caught up on our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Yusmeiro Petit is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 53.
Leading off the inning, Stephen Vogt, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
1-0.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it. That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. Yonder Alonso will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
The 0-1 pitch. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. The A's strand 1. They still trail it here 3-1. Santiago Casilla will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Santiago Casilla.
Danny Espinoza will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Second baseman, Danny Espinoza.
And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Here's Cameron Maybin now as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Casilla's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Hit sharply on the ground. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Long throw to the plate, and he will beat the throw home. It's a 4-1 score now. Martin Maldonado digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
And he takes ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1, here it is. Inside corner called as strike 1 and 2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen?
Now batting.
He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Now a look and a throw back to second. And the runner back easily. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Yunel Escobar is at the plate as he watches ball one.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he fires it low to second, and this is straight into center field. Here comes the 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. One out and a runner on third. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Right on the corner, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped down the first base line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. In to score is the runner from third. Make it 5-1. And he is out trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here. Cole Calhoun will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and no one left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Angels lead it 5-1. Cam Bedrosian will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Cam Bedrosian.
Leading off the inning, Adam Rosales. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout and reined in, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder.
8th inning here from Orange County. Homestanding Angels looking to put the finishing touches on this one as you get a look at our line score. Jeff Decker will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Up high, 2-1 now.
2-1.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. Jed Lowry gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A shot down the first baseline. Simmons back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Angels are out in front, 5-1. Liam Hendricks is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Liam Hendricks.
Mike Trout digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
Mike Trout.
Lays off 1-0.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. On the ground near home, but that one rolls foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Trout is retired, and there's 1 away.
The designated hitter, number 5.
Into the box, Albert Pujols. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting, first baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeffrey Marte. And he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. Fastball in there for a called strike. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Runners on first with 1 down. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
High and deep to right. Back goes Joyce. Still going back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Andrelton.
Andrelton Simmons will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
The 0-1 on its way. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Angels strand 1. They're up 5-1. Houston Street will come on here. Not a safe situation, but he'll try to close it out nonetheless.
Houston Street.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Ryan Healy. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Ryan Healy.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Street gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. A reminder to stick around after the ball game ends tonight. We'll have full highlights from this evening's contest right here on the show. Chris Davis will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Under it now is Simmons to take it in for out number 2.
And that's telling of how they've swung the bat. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Stephen Vogt makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
0-1 count and the pitch. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Got him. And Oakland, good night.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your start.
I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Angels are winners here, 5-1. Good night from Anaheim.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Angels. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Athletics, 1 run, 7 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the Big A, 45,050. The Angels once again thank you for attending tonight's game and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.